What's up guys? Welcome to this video. So today I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, but today I am going to do a protein powder review for you, vegan protein powder review. I know I get a lot of questions as to what is the best tasting vegan protein powder. And I know there's lots out there and there's also lots that aren't so great. So I have a list here of ones that I've tried, ones that I like, and ones that I dislike, and hope that gives you some idea as to what would be suitable for you. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this. And if you watched and enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, one more thing before we get started. I have been vegan for 10 or so years now, and I know if you are just switching to a vegan diet, just switching to different vegan supplements, vegan protein powders and stuff like that, there is a bit of a different texture shock from what you're probably used to. Personally, I've never even tried whey before, so I don't know what the texture is like, but that's just what I've heard from other people. So all my feedback with these protein powders is my taste buds were already used to that kind of texture, I guess. From the start, I'm just kind of comparing from the worst tasting protein powder to what I currently use now and what I like. So my feedback is just based on those things. So if you've never tried vegan protein powder before, any of these might be a shock to you. I can't really compare it to whey because, like I said, I haven't had whey before. So to start off, I only have a couple of them with me today, just because I kind of like to change it up so I don't get bored of a certain one. But I will just kind of go through my list and I'll show you what I have. If you're wondering why I keep looking down, I have a list of all the different ones and different notes about each of them. So yeah, first I will talk about Vega. I know Vega is a big brand and it's probably the first like vegan protein people will go to because that's what is talked about and that's what they see when going to supplement stores. And I will admit their branding is really, really good. I like the idea behind their company, although their products aren't necessarily the best tasting. So I've tried all of them except for the smoothie one. Except for the greens one. I've tried the smoothie one. So they have just the regular vegan protein. They have a sport line, which is higher in protein. They have an all-in-one line. They have a greens line and then the smoothie line. And personally, I found this with all the ones I've tried. Apparently the greens one's okay. But the other ones, I find that they're very thick. They don't necessarily mix well. They have more of a just thicker, chalky kind of consistency. They're fine, like if you're using it for baking and stuff like that, but if you're just mixing it with milk or water or even in smoothies, you can definitely taste it and the consistency of it. So they're primarily a pea protein blend. And I'm guessing that the consistency is just not that great because typically when it's majority of it is pea protein, it just stays really thick and has more of a chalky kind of consistency. So I guess the good thing about the Vega is that it's all naturally flavored and sweetened, so sweetened with stevia mostly, and it does have 15 to 30 grams of protein depending on the one that you choose. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend Vega, especially if you are one that's trying a vegan protein for the first time. I do find that for the product you get with Vega, it's not worth the price because generally they range from $30 to $50 or even $60 depending on where you buy it from. And I just don't really want to spend that money on something that is just so-so. The next one I'll talk about it's the North Coast Naturals brand, and it's Veggie Pro 7. They are one of the first that I found in store locally that have tasted pretty good. They are a combination of fermented sprouted brown rice, hemp, chia, and quinoa protein, and provide 20 grams of protein per serving. They do mix well, but they do have a slightly jelly-like aftertaste, I find, and I think that's because I'm pretty sure they have xanthan gum in it as a thickener. But other than that, that's kind of the only downfall I find. And for the price of the product that you get at the store, which usually is around $30, $35, it's worth the value for sure. One is the Genuine Health Fermented Vegan Protein. This one also you can get locally in store, and that is why I started trying it. I tried it at an expo one time and liked the consistency of it and thought it was pretty decent for a vegan protein. If you do have digestive issues, it does digest easily. It's fermented. It does have probiotics in it, I believe. It is a combination of pea and brown rice protein primarily, but it does have other protein blends as well. If you are just having it with water, it does have a slightly grittiness aftertaste, but it's not chalky at all or thick. You can just kind of taste the powder a little bit. But it does provide 20 grams of protein per serving, and is also a very good option if you are wanting to find something locally. Oh, I have one more, the Iron Vegan. I have used this one before. Well, I've tried it before at expos and stuff like that, but I have never actually purchased it in store, and that is really just because it is a lot more expensive. So for a bag, it ranges from $60 to $70 depending on where you get it from, but it is a good tasting protein. So they have the Iron Vegan, just like the regular one, and then they have the Athlete's Blend. I definitely would not recommend the Athlete's Blend. I find it's just kind of thick, and it just kind of stays thick. Doesn't really matter how much liquid you add. It always has that thick taste, even if it's thin, if that makes sense. But the original, just Iron Vegan protein is pretty good. It is only 17 grams of protein per serving, but it is a good option if you are willing to spend the money on it. It is a combination of brown rice, quinoa, millet, just a bunch of different grains and seeds like that. And I do like that it's different than just a typical pea and brown rice protein. I like that they incorporate all the other protein sources out there. But like I said, it is just a little bit more pricey. So if you are kind of on a budget, I wouldn't recommend that one, but that is really the only downfall I have of that one. And then next we'll talk about some that you can get online. I've never seen them in store in Canada at least, but you can get them, I believe, in stores in the States. And the first one I will talk about is the MRM Veggie Elite. I have one of them here, and I also have the cinnamon roll that I haven't opened up yet. This is just the vanilla bean flavor, but I have tried all the flavors and absolutely love them. This is one of the first protein powders I've tried after I tried Vega, and one day I was just on bodybuilding.com and I was going through the different vegan protein powders because at the time there was really not a lot of ones in store, and I saw that one and the reviews on it were really good, so I thought I would give it a try, and since then I have not had any issues with it at all. I love it. I think it mixes really, really well. The flavors are on point. My favorite is definitely the cinnamon roll, and they are naturally flavored and sweetened as well, and they are 130 calories per serving. They do provide 20 grams of plant protein, which is nice because majority of plant proteins are only 20 grams or less. It is also a mix of pea and brown rice, but I feel like the ratios are more similar or more equal, and that's why that it mixes really well. But for the longest time, I was just drinking this just mixed with water, and it tasted perfectly fine. I don't personally find it has a gritty aftertaste at all, and really don't have anything negative to say about this one, except that I have never seen it in stores, so you do have to order it online. But other than that, it's good. It's worth the price. It's around $35 to $40 and for 30 servings. So I would definitely recommend this one if you want to order online. And the next one is the Orgain Organic Protein. I just ordered this one recently. I have seen it in a few stores in the States, but I was just doing an order from IHERB and I thought I would try this one. It is a really, really good tasting protein. It is also a pea and brown rice blend. And it does contain 21 grams per serving. One of the downfalls about this one is that it is higher in calories. So if you are someone who is paying more close attention to your calorie intake, or don't want to supplement with something that's going to add more calories, like that's personally how I view it as, then I don't recommend this one. It's 160 calories per serving. I know that's not a lot more, but it is 4 times the amount of carbs per serving and like a couple times more the amount of fat per serving than all the others. But it does mix really well. So it is great for smoothies. I've used it in baking. It's great for baking, but it's just higher in calories. So it really depends where you want to get your calories from throughout the day. And it was around $40, I think, for the tub. So it's not too bad. And the flavors are on point, and there is a lot of different flavors that this brand has. So there's like a peanut butter one, I think there's a matcha one, there's a chocolate, vanilla, berry one. There might be one more, I can't really remember. But yeah, there is a lot of different flavors, and it is worth it for the taste and the consistency when you mix with water. But like I said, if you aren't wanting to consume liquid calories, then I would probably not recommend this one. The PE Science Vegan Protein, or whatever it's called, I think it's just called Vegan Protein, vegan series. And I've only tried one flavor. I've tried the peanut butter, of course, and the flavor was on point for sure. It was really good, and I had it just with water, and it was perfectly fine. There was no grittiness at all, and it was a blend as well of pea and brown rice protein. And yeah, you do get 25 grams of protein per serving as well, which is nice because, like I mentioned before, majority of plant proteins you usually get 17 to 20 grams or 15 to 20 even. So it's nice that it's a little bit higher in protein, and it's a good price too. I think it was around $40 per the tub, which is not bad at all. The only downfall, just like the other ones you order online, is that you do have to order online. I haven't seen it in store anywhere in the States yet, and definitely not in Canada, but it is worth it if you want something that you know is gonna mix well. So that is it. I have tried more vegan proteins out there, but those are just the ones that I kind of alternate between, because those are the ones that I like the taste of the best. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any other questions about different plant proteins, vegan supplements, whatever it is, put them in the comments below. I will read them and hopefully come up with something to answer for you, or give you some feedback, or even make another video about it. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button down below. That is it. Bye.